When we talk about emotions as energy in motion, that is indeed what emotional release is. It doesn't mean that you have to cry, it doesn't mean you have to yell, it doesn't have to be this huge performative catharsis. Of course, that can happen in your own practice, it can happen in sessions, it can happen at any moment when a big emotion comes up, that there is a lot of energy trying to come out. But emotional release is actually sometimes very, very subtle. It is these tiny micro shifts that are happening as we stay connected to our body. As you notice, what state am I in right now? And every little moment that is changing, your relationship to your body, your relationship to those emotions that may be coming up, maybe old memories, maybe people, maybe things in your past that are creeping up, and it's like, okay, I could choose to push this away, or I could choose right now to sit, tune in, and feel it. So an emotional release can sometimes be one tear. It can be one deep breath, one big aha of like, oh, wow, okay, I never really saw it from that perspective before. That is a release. It is simply a shift in energy inside of you. So it doesn't need to be a big session, it doesn't need to be something that you schedule time for. In reality, the more you meet your emotions, the more your emotional capacity increases. So for me, now I've been doing this many, many years, I don't need to designate time to go do an anger release, or I don't need to sit and specifically schedule that I'm going to process my emotions with a facilitator. It is happening through the day. As an emotion comes, can I let myself feel it? Can I let it be there? What does my body need to express it? I do that. Okay, it's moved, and then within 5-10 minutes I'm back to normal and I'm on to the next thing, and it may happen again that day. So you find that your capacity, or even your nervous system capacity, just gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and you can hold more and more, and you're less fazed by things, and you're like, wow. You're not bypassing, you're not gaslighting yourself into not feeling. It's simply that you're like, oh, I'm actually not bothered by this. I'm very calm. I can approach this situation, this person, this trigger, from a space of no disruption happening inside. And that only happens when we go through the things from our life and we start to meet these emotions. I personally could not specialize and host and hold people in their emotion of anger if I hadn't met my anger myself, because otherwise I would be triggered. If someone would express that emotion and it's not resolved inside of me, I would be very uncomfortable. And that's what's happening when we see big expressions of emotion, that we are just simply being mirrored something back inside of ourselves that we have not yet looked at and we've not yet given love to. So anytime you're navigating your day, you could even record a log of emotions. I would do this with my clients sometimes. I would say, for the next 5 days, notice any times of the day you felt fear and write them down. Same for anger, same for sadness. Can you notice as and when this emotion comes up? What topic was it linked to? You'd be very surprised how much the emotions pop up through our day. We're just not really paying attention to them. And this is a beautiful inventory. This is a beautiful to-do list of all these different things, these moments, these memories from your life. If you think back to anything and you feel a contraction, you feel a little, oh, that's been uncomfortable to think about that person, that situation, there is something unresolved there. There is fuel there for you to bring into an emotional release practice, into connecting to your body, seeing how it wants to be transmuted. So you can very easily start to build an emotions practice yourself. You don't need a facilitator, you don't necessarily need to be in a group. You will be able to find ways to build your emotional mastery and build it into your day, build it into your practice.